executives representing ABC Corporation, based in New Delhi, India. And I'm Peter Papagakis. Jerry. Thank you for meeting with us tonight to discuss our proposal to open some Tim Hortons franchises in New Delhi, India. We actually were thinking of starting our presentation with a Bollywood dance, and then we didn't practice it, and it consumed a lot of our time. But because we have time constraints here today, we're not going to do it. Unless there's time at the end, then we'll do it.
We'll stay late to that one.
Maybe after a few beers. I apologize for this. I am really excited about Tim Hortons. I'm really passionate about bringing it to New Delhi. And just that on our way over here, we were on a plane coming over from India, and they lost our luggage. So we had to recreate some of this stuff. Okay. We're aware of the influence and reputation of Tim Hortons brand. A brand that was built on quality and a solid business model. We're also aware of your desire for a global presence beyond the traditional Canadian market and your recent expansion into the US market. We propose to you that the Indian market is an opportunity that can't be overlooked, as it is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Just as many other Western companies have had great success in India, like KFC, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, etc. There's quite a few that have great success. I'm convinced that Tim Hortons, based on our research, would also achieve the same type of success in India. Of course, as the previously mentioned companies, Tim Hortons would have to do some product tweaking, like McDonald's did some product tweaking. They have some really interesting products that they offer that I would really like to try, like the Tandoori Big Mac combination thing. So we would have to do something similar. So we could potentially have products like, instead of like, a jelly-filled powdered donut, we could have like a paneer-filled donut with some kind of spicy spring on it or something. Right? So we would have to do some kind of tweaking to make it fit market. As a first step, we've chosen the business district in New Delhi to be the location of the first franchise. Following the success of the first franchise, our company hopes to expand to other parts of New Delhi as well. We got a couple of focus groups together, and I asked them, what do you think of Tim Hortons expanding to India, to New Delhi specifically? And most people were under the impression that it wouldn't work, that coffee doesn't sell in India. They're not a coffee culture. However, there's a number of coffee houses that have emerged in India, and they're doing really well. They're experiencing rapid growth. In this presentation, we'll focus on the largest and most successful of these chains. As Rakesh will demonstrate, this chain has seen tremendous growth. And Jerry will give us an environmental analysis showing how India is poised for growth. So I'll also look for Rakesh.
Thank you, Peter. So primarily there's only one major coffee chain in India right now. It's called Cafe Coffee Day. And as you can see from that chart, it has grown tremendously. In the year 2001, it had only 5 or 6 coffee shops. And now in 2010, there are over 1,000 coffee shops. So just looking at the success of Cafe Coffee Day, we think that Tim Hortons can also succeed in India. Other than the regular coffee shops, it also has 9,000 vending machines all over the country. And it also has a variety of menu catered to Indian local taste. As far as the target market is concerned, we're basically trying to target India's middle class. Based on data provided by the Asian Development Bank, the current middle class population in India is approximately 300 million, and it is expected to grow to 600 million by the year 2020. and it will grow to 1 billion by the year 2030. The reason we're trying to target the middle class is because they have a large disposable income, and so as far as the ANSOS metrics is concerned, this opportunity would lie under the market development quadrant. Existing company Tim Hortons trying to establish itself in a new market, and as Tim Hortons establishes itself in India, it can move over to the other quadrant, which is diversification. It can develop new products, cater to local Indian tastes. Over to Jerry now.
Thank you, Rakesh. I want to start off by saying a big hello to all the board of directors and a big namaste from India, from my company, ABC Corporation. How is everyone doing today? Awesome, that's great. I assume board of directors of Tim Hortons like Tim Hortons products? That was a trick question actually, because you are Tim Hortons, right? Canadians love Tim Hortons, eh? It's time for the world to love Tim Hortons. It's time for India to love Tim Hortons. It's time for New Delhi to love Tim Hortons. And we are here to take Tim Hortons to New Delhi. Okay? And why India? India is not the land of snake charmers and elephants anymore. India has changed a lot in the last 20 years, especially in the last 10 years. And India is a place where either you are there or you're left out. So India is a must-be destination. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some numbers. Coffee right now is the second largest commodity traded in the world after oil. So coffee equals money. Also in India, $150 million is the market share of coffee in the world in India, and there's a 30% compound annual growth rate. If you look at the coffee consumption, there's been an increase from 1991 to around 2008. There's been quite a lot of growth, but we've seen that significantly in the recent years, the rate of growth is much more. Also, similarly, we've seen tea growing the consumption. Why New Delhi? New Delhi is the capital of India. New Delhi is a cosmopolitan city. Recently, we had the Commonwealth Games there, and they were pretty successful. It's a large tourist destination, lots of people there, and it's a fast-growing city. In New Delhi, we have chosen one particular place, business district. It's called Connaught Place. If you want to get a picture of Connaught Place, just think young and dundas. As people, if you stand there, you cannot count the number of people. There's like ants. There's so many people there. There's banks, there's businesses, there's movie theaters, there's malls. There's so much happening there. This is a place to be, the number one place to think of. Let's do an environmental scan. India is the 11th largest GDP in the world right now. By 2050, India will be number 3. Indian share market has recovered pretty well. If you see in the US and in Canada, they are talking of double-dip recession. But India, I'll give you an idea here. Look at the graph. Look at the growth from 2000 to 2010. There was a hit in 2008 and 2009, but look at the recovery. They've almost recovered completely. But if you look at a similar graph in the US and Canada, it's not like that. They're still pretty flat, and they're talking of a double dip again. So, there is disposable income among Indians. Indians have money to spend. North America is a credit-based society. India is a cash-based society. Each person in North America has on average 5 credit cards. In India, 1 out of 60 people has a credit card. So people are more cash dependent. And with the prosperity, there's more and more money with Indians now to spend. If you look at the fad for Western brands, if you go to India, you will see small broken down cars, but they will have a sticker of Mercedes in the front. Because they like Western labels, they like Western brands. So people have a fad for Western brand, and Tim Hortons is a Western brand. Coffee shop culture is growing. People like to hang out, people like to chill, that's what they say, right? The youngsters like to find a place not just to drink coffee, but to meet and to talk to each other and to surf on the Wi-Fi and, just date somebody, So they like to do that, right? So the population of India, that's the most important. If you look at China versus India, China is an aging population, but India is a young population. 44% of Indian population is between 15 to 34 age group. That is about 50 million people. Or actually it's 500 million people. So if you look at the political environment, it's pretty stable. The last 5 to 7 years, it's been the same Congress government. There's no political problem there. If you look at the legal and the legal environment, since 2001 there is a foreign direct investment policy adopted, and 2005 there was even more liberalized. Now they allow 100% foreign direct investment. Let's talk about what we are proposing now. We are proposing for a tie-up. We are ABC Corp, you are Tim Hortons board in Hamilton, and we want you to tie up with us and come to New Delhi. So how shall we do this? We want to spend the rest of next year, 2011, doing research. So let's research the market in detail. Let's do a product research, and let's look for suppliers, and let's tie up with suppliers. And we want to get all the 4 P's right: price, product, promotion, and place. So place, we have chosen our business district. That's the equivalent of Young and Dundas. That's a perfect place in India. For price, what we will do is we will look at the competition. We will look at Cafe Coffee Day, and we'll look at other competitors, and we'll make sure that we are priced competitively with them. We don't want to be an expensive niche. We want to be, for the average everyday college student, anybody can go and hang out and relax and have some coffee without making a hole in his wallet. So that is the price part. Going on to the products, we know that if we don't customize to the Indian taste, we will fail. So we need to look at the competition. We need to look at what kind of products the people like, how spicy they like, what kind of, for example, samosa is big, pakoras are big. So we shall adapt our menu to suit them. Tea is big in India, so we will have Tim Chai, and we will have a variety of Tim Chai, masala chai, and so on. So we will adapt very well. Finally, promotion. We know that we can't use our Western promotion in India. We have to use a local promotion. We have to use Indian companies and Indian models and so on. So we'll make sure that we get everything right. So all we are asking is for you to give us a chance to come to open a franchise in Connaught Place, New Delhi. I hope the board of directors will consider this and give a favorable decision. And hopefully in 2012, we want to invite you to New Delhi when we open our branch, so that all of us can have Tim Pakoras and Tim Chai. Thank you so much. And now,